Good morning, guys. In today's video, we will talk about is it worth it to move to Australia and work as a pharmacist from your home country? I'm getting this question more often now. So I thought that why not I make a video on that? So in this video, we will talk about each and everything. Um, that either is it worth it to move to Australia and work as a pharmacist or not. Some people answer yes, some people answer no. So I will just highlight some important point that some people might think is advantage of moving here, and there are some disadvantages as well. So answer of this question, that is it worth it or not to move to Australia as a pharmacist, will vary from person to person, because everyone is coming from different background, and yeah, from different situations as well. So let's just start our video, guys. So this is just a discussion video where I will be highlighting some points. So first point is income. So how much a pharmacist can earn in Australia. So the salary per annum for a pharmacist here is from $70,000 goes up to $120,000. So depends where you work. If you work in community pharmacy, your salary will be between $70,000 to $90,000. Some of the community pharmacy, if you become the pharmacist in charge or pharmacist manager, your salary goes up to $100,000. As well as if you're working in the hospital pharmacy, some of the hospital pay less to the pharmacy compared to community, because some of the private hospitals. But if you go to the public hospital here, they might pay you more money than the community. So hospital pharmacies salary range from $75,000 per annum to $90,000 or $95,000 per annum, depend on your position. You What sort of job? Now we will also talk about what sort of job a pharmacist can do here in Australia. So they can work in the community pharmacy, they can work in the hospital pharmacy, they can either work in the aged care facility, because aged care have some of the aged care have their own pharmacy, and they do the blister packing, also known as Webster packing, for their patient. So yeah, you can uh, work in this field, as well as you can work as a clinical pharmacist. To get a job as a clinical pharmacist is easy for domestic students who have studied a Bachelor of Pharmacy and Master of Pharmacy in Australia, but for an international graduate, it is better if you go if you do 1 year clinical pharmacy course from Monash University or any other university like RMIT. That will enhance your resume. So yeah, if you want to work as a clinical pharmacist or hospital pharmacist, and you are an international graduate, it will be hard for you to find a job in hospital as a pharmacist. So it's better if you do 1 year course as a clinical pharmacist in one of the university like La Trobe, RMIT, or Monash, um, as well as University of Sydney and University of Queensland. Uh, then we will talk about the scope of growth as a pharmacist. So once you become fully registered here, what are the scope of growth as a pharmacist? Because if someone is moving here to Australia, they might thinking of living in Australia for longer period of time. So what are the scope? So if if you really like to work in the community pharmacy in future, if you save up enough money, you can own your own pharmacy. uh, so how you can buy a pharmacy? So I will make a separate video on that later, that where you can find which website you can use to see which pharmacy is on sale. But the pharmacy here in Australia, they cost from $1 billion, well, not 1 billion, $1 million. So the pharmacy in Australia costs from $1 million, goes up to 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, depend on how busy the pharmacy is, um, and how many prescription they are dispensing in a day. The second thing is, if you are working in the hospital pharmacies, your scope of growth is not so much if you compare to a community pharmacist job, because in community pharmacist job you can own a pharmacy. In hospital pharmacist job you can't own a hospital pharmacy, and the practice of community pharmacy and hospital pharmacist is different. So if you like to work in the hospital and if you like the hospital setting, you can you can slowly get promoted to the pharmacist manager or pharmacist in charge of that hospital, and then you have to change your job if you want to, if some other hospital offering you good amount of money. So hospital pharmacists, um, there is only little growth in hospital pharmacies, because you can only make up to $95,000 per annum or $100,000 per annum. You can't make more than that. I've never seen a hospital pharmacist making $200,000 in a year. But if you own your own pharmacy, you can make $100,000 in 1 month. Yeah, you can make $100,000 in 1 month because you are owning the pharmacy, and you can make as much as you can because it's your business. I have seen pharmacists owning couple of pharmacy. They're making a very good amount of money here. So I will I will it is your decision whether you want to work in the community or hospital pharmacist. The other scope of growth is pharmacists can able to do vaccination. Even the intern pharmacists in Victoria, New South Wales, and South Australia can do vaccination nowadays. So yeah, in Victoria, they recently changed in August 2024 that an intern pharmacist can also do vaccination. So yeah, the other scope of growth as a pharmacist in Austria is pharmacists can do vaccination now. Pharmacists can prescribe medicine for certain conditions such as UTI, skin infection, travel medicine, nicotine replacement therapy, and many more. So in future, there might be other diseases where pharmacists can counsel the patient like doctor. So we have to wait for a couple of years for that, but soon it will happen, because the pressure on medical system here after COVID is too much, and there are not much doctors, and there is vast number of patients. They are waiting to get the doctor appointment. So the waiting period to see the doctor is getting longer and longer. The health department of Austria is thinking that why not pharmacists can prescribe antibiotics. So now they started slowly, bit by bit. So now pharmacists of Queensland can prescribe antibiotics for UTI, urinary tract infection. Slowly, this range of practice will be broader. So more and more diseases, medicine and antibiotics can be prescribed by pharmacists. As well as pharmacists can do one more repeat on necessary medicines like cholesterol medicine or blood pressure as an emergency supply with the help of continued dispensing. So during COVID, when patients are running out of their repeats on blood pressure medicine and cholesterol medicine, and some of the other medicine, pharmacists can, if the patient have longer history on that medicine, patient doesn't have to go to the doctor to get the repeats. So, for example, if I'm taking the rosuvastatin for cholesterol from last 5 years and I ran out of my repeats and I can't make a doctor appointment because the waiting time is so longer, and the last tablet I took was yesterday, so I need the tablet today. So pharmacist can dispense one repeat under the pharmacist initial and give it to the patient if the patient have been on this medicine for longer period of time. But the condition is there is only once. So the pharmacist can only once do continue dispensing for rosuvastatin for me in a year. So yeah, slowly the practice will be more wider and wider for pharmacists here. Is there any retirement age for pharmacist job? No, there is no retirement age for a pharmacist here in Australia legally. So pharmacists can work till whatever age he or she can able to work. Um, so we has talk about the scope of the growth as as you can see, there is a wider scope here in Australia working as a pharmacist. You can earn decent amount of money. If you own your own pharmacy, you can earn a very good amount of money here. Um, you can make more than a doctor. Yeah, you can easily make more than a doctor if you own more than one pharmacy. And and if you're each pharmacy doing like 300 prescription per day, you're making more than a doctor, believe me. Then we have also talk about the changing laws. So slowly the changing rules, they are giving more freedom to pharmacists, as well as there is no retirement age. So depends on you guys. Either you think it is worth it to move to the Austria. The other benefit of moving to the Austria is good weather. Good weather. Same weather like South Asian countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal. The other things is greenery, good food without any additives, clean air, good government. Australian have good economy as well. So if we compare it to other developed countries, I think Australia is doing so far very good, because if you see Australia, even in 2008, when every country is facing recession, Australia was only one country whose GDP is keep on growing, as well as um, what we say during the COVID, there is only little bit decrease in the GDP of the country. It is the first time in 32 years that Australian GDP is going downward during the COVID year, but now they also recover back. So I think Australian economy is much more better than any other country. Once you get your citizenship here, there are many plus points because you get your Medicare card. If you're not working, government will pay you every fortnight, depend on your family size. So yeah, if you're not working and yeah, like if you can't able to find a job and if you're a citizen here, government will pay you 350. If you're alone, government will pay you $350 per fortnight. So overall, the system is here good. Disadvantage of Austria is if you're coming from South Asian um, countries, you have very big family when you're moving from your own country to here, and here most people are busy because everyone is running for their job. Everyone is busy here. So you at some point of your life, initially when you migrate here, you will think that it is hard for you to make friends, but once you settle here, it will be very easy. You will find you will make a decent amount of friends here. So um I will I will leave this um I won't answer this question that it is worth it or not. uh, I have covered all the important point in this video that might help you to think about whether it's worth it or not. For some people, it will be worth it to move to Australia. For other people, it might be not worth it, and it's totally fine. Wherever you find your happiness, wherever you feel like you are happy, you should live in that country. So yeah, this will be the end of the video. I hope this bit of information will be very helpful to you guys. Signing off. So see you guys in next video.